Breaking news. Sources close to the organization are whispering about bold moves, locker room shifts, and a fire burning deep inside this new Patriots roster. The question isn't if they're coming back. The question is, who's going to stop them? With young talent rising, a reloaded coaching staff, and the spirit of a dynasty that refuses to die, the Patriots are cooking something serious. And trust me, the league is not ready. So if you're still sleeping on the Pats, wake up. And if you're already riding the wave, buckle up, because this season it's not just about rebuilding, it's about reclaiming the crown. Drop your bold prediction in the comments. Will the Patriots make the playoffs? Will they shock the league and take the AFC? Let's hear it. This is Patriots Nation, and we don't play quiet. Every Patriots fan knows the story of the long shot, the player no one saw coming, the guy who walked into rookie minicamp with no spotlight, no draft hype, and left with a real shot at making the 53-man roster. But what if I told you this year that long shot might not be just one player, but four? That somewhere on the field this past weekend in Foxborough, under the radar, a handful of undrafted free agents may have quietly rewritten their futures. And not only that, some of them are already making Patriots history before ever playing a single NFL down. Let's start with the one name that's buzzing louder than the rest, Efton Chisholm III. You may not have heard of him yet, but the wide receiver out of Eastern Washington is already turning heads and wallets. Chisholm is drawing comparisons to one of the NFL's most elite slot receivers, and not by coincidence. He shattered every receiving record previously held by Cooper Kupp at Eastern Washington. That's right, the Cooper Kupp. And what did the Patriots do when they saw that? They opened the checkbook, $234,000 in guaranteed money. That's more than any seventh-round draft pick received this year. In fact, that makes Chisholm the highest-paid undrafted free agent in New England's 2024 class. Why would the Patriots invest that kind of money in a rookie they didn't draft? Simple. Production. Chisholm had 120 catches for over 1,300 yards last season alone. At 5'10", 193 pounds, he's built in the mold of New England slot legends like Wes Welker, Julian Edelman, and Danny Amendola. Aaron Best, his college coach, described him as a student of the game with unmatched spatial awareness and a knack for making defenders miss. He might not have blazing top-end speed, but his burst and route-running precision make him lethal off the line. Best even said he catches everything.
And that's not just hyperbole, it's backed by tape. But here's the challenge. The Patriots wide receiver room is packed. Diggs, Pop Douglas, Kyle Williams, Kendrick Bourne, Keyshawn Bout, Jalen Polk, Javon Baker, and then there's the newly signed M. Collins. Where does Chisholm fit? Right now, he's fighting for air in a very tight space. But if he outperforms half of those names in training camp and preseason, don't be surprised if he's still here come September. Now, from slot magic to trench warfare, let's talk tight ends. C.J. Dipree is not your flashy, high-flying tight end. He's not going to leap over safeties for jaw-dropping one-handed grabs. What he is, though, is a weapon in the trenches, and that might be exactly what New England needs. At 6 feet 5 inches, 257 pounds, the Alabama product fills a gap the Patriots have been quietly concerned about, the tight end 3 spot. With Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper occupying the top 2 roles, there's still an open lane for a third, especially one who thrives as a blocker. And Josh McDaniels? He loves his blocking tight ends. Let's look at the numbers. In 13 years with New England, McDaniels had the team ranked in the top 10 in rushing attempts 10 times. That success starts up front, and Dipper's run-blocking PFF grade of 64.8 stands out. He's a physical, high-IQ football player who can hold the edge, absorb contact, and create lanes for the running game. That's a premium skill set for a TE3 role, and Dipree might just edge out Jaheim Bell for the spot if he continues to show his grit during camp. Switching gears to the offensive line, Jack Conley might be the most versatile lineman in camp, and in a roster fight, versatility equals value. Coming out of Boston College at 6 feet 6 inches, 327 pounds, Conley has played nearly every position on the line. In 2022, he was slotted at left tackle, right guard, and right tackle. In 2023 and 2024, he focused more on the right side, showing growth and adaptability. And here's the kicker, just 1 sack allowed across 12 games last season, only 2 penalties. That's not just consistency, that's intelligence and discipline. With Doug Marrone's connection to BC, there's familiarity and trust. And let's face it, the Patriots need guard depth. Mike Onwenu can't do it all, and if an injury hits the interior line, Conley's versatility could be the difference between keeping the offense rolling or stalling. He's plug-and-play ready at 4 of the 5 OL positions, center being the exception, and that makes him a quietly powerful weapon in a long season. Let's talk defense. Elijah Ponder, out of Cal Poly, is an athletic freak. At 6 feet 2 inches, 257 pounds, he's explosive off the edge. His 2024 stats include 14 quarterback hits, 7 sacks, and 24 hurries. But what makes him a must-watch is his relative athletic score, 97th percentile. His shuttle times, vertical, and broad jump all rank near elite levels. And let's be honest, New England's pass rush in 2024 was abysmal. Dead last in the league with just 28 sacks. That's unacceptable. You can't win football games if you can't pressure the quarterback. Ponder fits perfectly into new defensive line coach Terrell Williams' 4-3 scheme. He's not just depth, he's a potential difference maker. And on a team desperate for QB disruption, his speed and agility could force the coaching staff to rethink their depth chart. He's got the tape, the production, and now the scheme fit to back him up. Finally, we can't wrap up this list without mentioning the bonus player, Land Larison. If there's a Rex Burkhead clone in this year's UDFA pool, it's him. He's wearing number 34 and already running with purpose. 284 carries, 1,464 yards, 17 touchdowns. He's a north-south runner with good vision and sneaky elusiveness. The Patriots currently have only 4 running backs on the roster, and come August, Larison could be the 4th. He's got the physicality, the stats, and the Patriots' profile to make this backfield stronger. So there you have it. Chisholm, Dupree, Conley, Ponder, Larison, all undrafted, all underdogs. But each one is stepping into an opportunity, and Patriots history says one of them is bound to make the cut. From Malcolm Butler to David Andrews to J.C. Jackson, New England has always embraced the unheralded. And if you're a fan of grit, of work ethic, of proving the doubters wrong, then you're going to want to watch these 5 players closely this preseason. But now, it's your turn. I've given you my 5 names. Who's your favorite? Which undrafted free agent do you think has the best shot at cracking the 53-man roster? Let me know in the comments. Let's talk football. Let's rewind a bit and really put this into perspective. The Patriots have had at least one undrafted free agent make the 53-man roster in 20 of the last 21 seasons. The only exception? 2023. That was a rare blip, not a trend. If history holds, we're due for another UDFA success story. And from everything we've seen out of this rookie minicamp, there's not just one potential standout, there are multiple. The level of competitiveness, the reps, the coachability, it's clear these guys aren't just here to fill out practice lines. They're here to earn a job. And let's be honest, Bill Belichick may no longer be in the building, but the culture of rewarding football IQ and grit over draft status still lives on in Foxborough. Take Efton Chisholm, for example. Yes, he has the stats. Yes, he has the accolades. But it's the confidence that stands out. This is a player who